I build fully automatic Amethyst and Certus Quartz farms. I also go hunting for meteors, give a cleric a job, and I dig out a giant 32 by 32 block hole with an invisible mining machine. Let's create. Welcome to phase 3 of this Create Mod Let's Play. Over the next few episodes, we're going to be transforming this area here into a industrial complex with a crazy amount of things going on. As usual, at the start of each phase, I add a whole bunch more mods to make life more interesting, and these are the ones that I've added. Applied Energistics 2 for better inventory management, Waystones, Enlightened, the Construction Wand, and Trowels Fork. But there is a problem with the Construction Wand, and I think my test world's the best place to show you this. See, the top tier of Construction Wand is the Infinity Wand, and it just doesn't have any durability, and it only costs a nether star to make. And you might think that's expensive, but they're pretty easy to get hold of. And when you combine this with the Destruction Wand core, which is just 2 diamond pickaxes, a little bit of glass, and a block of diamond, it becomes something that I think is just way too powerful for a modded Let's Play. Look at this. It can just dig absolutely ridiculous holes with ease. It's incredibly fast, it doesn't take any durability damage, and you can just destroy and destroy and destroy as much as you want, which I think is too much. So I'm not going to be crafting that wand, but I probably will grab myself a diamond wand and use this for building. I've also added Waystones, which will allow you to travel from one place to another, because as these Let's Plays, as the areas get bigger and bigger and bigger and your items are further and further away from you, it becomes pretty tedious just getting around. So I think this is going to be a good way forward. And speaking of just having items all over the place, I've added Applied Energistics 2 with the wireless terminals add-on. And this means that we can have our storage all in one place and be able to access it from anywhere in the world or in any dimension, and that sounds good to me. I've also added the Trowels Fork mod, which allows you to basically place random blocks, which is going to make my building a lot quicker and easier, so that's good. And finally, I've added the Enlightened mod, which is an end overhaul, which brings a whole bunch of new blocks and biomes, including this nuclear furnace and nuclear bombs as well, although I don't know how they work, and I don't really know if I want nuclear bombs on my world, but we'll see how that goes. And if you like the sound of this mod pack, you can get it from CurseForge from the link in the description below, and if you want to play on this world, there's a world download available for the end of the last phase, which you'll need to be a patron for, so check out my Discord. Anyway, that's enough of all that. Before we get cracking on this area, there's a couple of things I need to do. Over the last 20 episodes, I built this snowy ski resort town, which so far doesn't have a name, and during the course of those episodes, I built this farm, and over here we've got a couple of farm dogs, one there and one just over here, and I haven't named those either. And this farm dog is going to be called Bandit, and this farm dog is going to be called Chili, and that's in reference to the Bluey series, which my son absolutely loves, and they were commented by Dalsarian, so thank you very much for that. Hope I said your name right. And in terms of this area, the snowy town is going to be called Arctic Fox Industrial Site, which was commented by Gamecrafters 2022, and it was mentioned by Discord as well, so if there's more than one person's mentioned that, then thank you very much, but that's the comment I'm pulling it from. So that's that area pretty much complete now. Right, now we can get on with the new things. So back over in this new area, there's a few things I need to do. If we're going to be using Applied Energistics 2 in order to store all of the items, which are currently all held at the Storage Zen building, then I'm going to need to find a meteor in order to start grabbing some Certus Quartz. And although I'm not planning on building that storage system just yet, I'm going to need a Singularity. And in order to get one of those, we need a matter condenser, and we need to fill that with 256,000 items. And in order to find a meteor, which is where we're going to get our Certus Quartz from, I need a Meteor Compass, which means I need a charger and a normal compass, and that doesn't sound too difficult to build. But before we do that, I actually need to go mining. And so far in this Let's Play, I've been doing all of my mining below Hill Valley. The problem with mining under here, though, is that a lot of it is absolutely surrounded by deep dark. Now, there's not so much of it in this area up here, but I thought it might be worthwhile building a new mine over at our new area. And in today's video, the main goal is to build a liquid storage system, and I intend to have big old areas of infinite amounts of liquids right here underneath this, which all needs flattening, and I think that means that's a great place to start our mine because I need to flatten it out anyway, so it's time to get out the mechanical drills. If you're enjoying this video, then consider hitting that subscribe button. It only takes a second and it really helps me out. And here we go, a 2x2 chunk area of drills. That is 32 by 32. That's a whole bunch of drills. There's a pig on it, and I've got a rope pulley right here. All I have to do is connect that to that, and it's going in the wrong direction. All I have to do is connect that to that, and now it's going to go down. This is going to destroy, well, geez, destroy everything. It's destroyed itself. No, it's just gone invisible. Can I reload the chunks and see it? No, it's just going to be invisible. right. Well, I've fiddled with all of my graphics settings and I just can't. Oh, no, it's back. Or is it stopped? No, it's stopped. Why is it stopped? Why did you stop? Oh, it's this rail. Rail's immovable. It should be able to go again now. Go. There we go. And now it's invisible again. This is going to take a really long time at this speed. There we go. Maximum speed. Well, it didn't get very far down before I had to stop it because the entire thing's filled up with water and that's entirely filled up with storage. I'm not sure my 4 sponges are going to deal with this, but fortunately for me, there's a new mod. Just need a couple of sticks and a diamond. Get myself a diamond 1. Let's just stick a whole bunch more chests on here. Now, if I stick some dirt along this wall like this, I can just place dirt blocks the whole way across here and hopefully get rid of all of that water. He's using a whole bunch of durability, though. I have got rid of all of the water. Jeez, this mod's paid for itself. And I know what you're thinking. You've got to get rid of all of that dirt now. No, I don't. I've got drills, mate. Invisible drills, the best type. Invisible mining drills, off you go. Well, it's definitely reached the bottom, and there's a whole bunch of silverfish down here as well, and it looks like even all of these chests must have filled up because there's blocks everywhere. And now I'm kind of stuck down here because my jetpack can't fly high up enough. Okay, so now we've got a ginormous hole. Oh, jeez, and I'm falling back down. Oh, no, I didn't mean to do that. As I was saying, now we've got a gimungous hole. It is time to do some mining down there. That means that... Oh, no, I followed it again. No, stop it. That means I don't need any of this anymore, but I do need a way to get all of this storage back up there. Oh, and I've just crashed the server. Well, I didn't crash the server, but I did crash my client, and the error was, could not send contraption spawn data, packet too big. So I think this is probably a little bit on the large side. 2 chunks by 2 chunks should be a little bit more manageable. Right, let's get the items out of here and up there. Oh, no. Okay, so the next thing I've done is added a whole bunch of storage drawers at the top up here, and we've got a bubble column going all the way down to the bottom, which goes a very, very long way, and I may have spilt a bit of water, but it'll disappear. And right down at the bottom here, we've got a chest, which pushes items into there. They go across the item drain, straight up the bubble column, and there you go. They've arrived in the chests. So, all I've got to do now is get all the items out of those chests into that one. How hard could it be? There we go, and they just pop off straight onto there, and I can probably get away with doing a couple of these at once, really filling up the belt. There we go. But then that happens, and then they're not going to go anywhere. We'll just do one at a time until they're empty. That's fine. All the items are going up the bubble column, so that's good. And wow, we got a bunch of stuff. We got 83,000 cobblestone, a whole bunch of deep slate, loads of dirt, 64 diamonds. I've still got plans for these drills, and I know I can't go down any further because there's deep slate there, but I can go across. All I've got to do is get these from facing that way to get them facing that way. So I believe with the mechanical bearing placed on there like that and a valve handle like this, I should be able to turn it. There we go, almost. Let's change that to 90 degrees then. There we go. Now they're all facing upwards. Wonderful. Now I can use a sticky mechanical piston on there with a few of these extension poles, and I should hopefully be able to just wind that across there like that. I can. Oh, good. Now it's all the way to the other side of the room, ready to start digging again. Okay, here's the next part of my genius plan to get many, many things. So now our massive big drill array has a couple of chests on it with some funnels sticking out that are coming out from these conveyors, which go 32 blocks down there. There is a piston on the back of it with a 32 block shaft, and then we've got a bunch of conveyors coming down here, which should hopefully bring all of the items into these storage drawers, which are now down here. And that's for good reason. As much as I could pump them all up to the top, that was just temporary, and I need to sort out a more permanent system later on. The other advantage of having it down here is I can take all of this cobblestone and all of the cobbled deep slate, and I can use this little smeltery thing here to turn that into stone and deep slate, because I'm always really short of both of those. It doesn't seem like many items are falling out of here, to be honest with you. It's slightly concerning. They're also not falling on the floor, so they must be going somewhere, but when it came back, it dropped a whole bunch more out, so maybe this isn't the best system in the world, but it'll do, because it's only going 32 blocks, and it's coming back again. Is my little cobblestone smeltery system working? Oh, I need to spin those round. There we go. Now all the cobblestone and the cobbled deep slate can come out and get smelted, which might be a problem with it being on those item drains because they don't seem to be doing anything. So let's just swap those out for some belts instead, and hopefully that should work now. Oh, and by the way, yeah, I completely filled all of the floor space in with glass where there's no bedrock to stop things spawning down here, because even though this has got sky access right now, this is all going to be underground soon. So coming back to this then, this little thing on the end is a little bit pointless. I need this to be able to go a lot further, and realistically it might as well just come back and dump all of the items once it's done it. So instead of doing what we did then, let's just throw on a big old vault on the back of this. That's hopefully enough storage to do a 32 block run. Then if I put these funnels on the bottom here like this, but don't glue them on, will it work when it comes back? Let's let it break a few blocks, and then when we bring it back, is it then going to deposit all of the items onto the belt? Yes, it is! Hurrah, that worked! Oh, that's good. Look at the speed of them coming out, and they're all getting taken in there. Oh, that was wonderful. So with this side coming to an abrupt end because of the lava, it's time to move it to this side. So I pushed it across with another piston. I've now added a piston pole that is 128 blocks long, and all I got to do is give this thing some power. And while that's going along there, I'm going to grab myself some diamonds. Wow, and that's already got to there with me just digging those diamonds out. This thing is speedy, and I think it can go faster. Yes, it can. Will you be quiet? Shush! Weakling. So there we go. Job done. All diamonds collected, everything finished, all of the items out. We've got a whole bunch of diamonds from that. We got a whole bunch of diamond deep slate ore. We got a few other ores as well as some lapis and some zinc and some redstone. So I'm going to go back to Hill Valley, crush a bunch of those ores and a bunch of those diamonds and see exactly what we got. Well, for diamonds at least, I've gone from having 7 blocks of diamonds to now having 39. So now that we've done a bunch of mining and my backpack's nice and full, it's time to get ourselves a compass. And first of all, we're going to need a regular compass, and then we're going to need a charger so that we can turn this into a Meteor Compass. But unfortunately, this needs power. It needs AE, and I don't have any AE. And in order to create AE, I'm supposed to use one of these vibration chambers, which needs fluix crystals and all that sort of stuff. But of course, I haven't got any of those because I need this compass to get those. So how am I going to power it? Well, that's actually quite easy. Back up the bubbles I go. And down to the basement, I need this power station, and I need to use the Create Crafts and Additions mod to create an alternator, some large connectors which require gold rods, and I need some wire spools. Okay, zinc sheet. And while I'm at it, I might as well make a few of these rods, so let's have a few of the iron ones. Then I need an iron rod, 4 of them, 4 of them, and 4 of them. Okay, so capacitor. Let's make one of those. Let's make some copper spools, and while we're at it, we might as well make our gold ones as well. And I think I've got everything else I need, so we just need 12 autocrafters. Capacitor at the bottom, copper spools there, iron sheet all around here like this, a single andesite alloy at the top, and an iron rod in the middle. Now it just needs power. And if I stick that there and whack one of those on there we go, power. Wow, that's fast. And there we go. We'll have an alternator. So back down here then, I'm going to link these together on this side here, stick my alternator on there, and you see that generates FE, which is very useful. Then all I've got to do is stick that there, I guess, put one of those on there, and I guess another one of those. Can I put one on top there? There we go. And then link that to that. Then there we go. That's powered now. So if I stick the compass in, it's being electrified. There we go, and we've got a meteorite compass. Fantastic. We can power all of this stuff with Create. Okay, so this meteorite compass will point me to a meteorite. But if it's spinning around like that, that means I'm nowhere near close enough. And there's a good reason for that. If we come outside and look at the map, you can see I've explored a whole bunch of area around here, and of course that means those chunks have already been generated, so there can't be any meteors there. That means I need to disappear off outside of the areas we've already loaded, and then check my compass. And the shortest distance to head out of the area that I haven't loaded is this way. Let's go find some new faraway lands. Well, I'm definitely loading new chunks here. You can see them loaded in slowly but surely, but my compass hasn't found anything yet, so I'll keep going. Oh my goodness, what is that? Horrible mosquito things. Oh my goodness, a tarantula hawk. You need to go. Oh, there we go. I got it. Did I get anything? I did. I got some tattered tarantula wing and a lot of poison. Roadrunner. I mean, I don't want to kill it, but I want to see if it drops anything. Come here. Oh, it does. It dropped Roadrunner feathers. Right, meteorite. Oh, and it's located one. Oh, good. We just need... Oh, there it is. It's right there. Oh, no, it's surrounded by bad things. Pull out my Silk Touch pickaxe that's got vein mining on it. Let's grab all of this sky stone. There we go. We've got a whole bunch of it. Now, this is the stuff we're after. This is budding Certus Quartz, and there's 4 different types we need. That's just a Certus Quartz block, which is no good for us at all. And what we really want is the flawless ones. These flawless ones will just continue growing Certus Quartz forever. It's a little bit like a budding amethyst, whereas the damaged ones and the chipped ones, well, they'll break over time and they'll be no good. Now, the problem is they're a little bit similar to budding amethyst, and that is that if you try and move them with Silk Touch, you'll get them, but but then they become slightly damaged. So then your flawless ones become slightly damaged, and that means that they will eventually break down over time and become useless. However, I have the carry-on mod, which means I can pick up anything I want and take it anywhere I want. Now, there are a few of these, and we are a long way from home, so it's going to take me a few trips back and forth to put these where I want them, but I can take these and not have to worry about them breaking. The other thing, of course, is this mysterious cube, and apparently if I break that, well, without silk touch, I guess, there we go, we get the inscriber and press things, which is going to be very useful. And of course, then you've got the actual buds on top as well, which you can break, and when you break these, when they're small like that, you'll get dust, but when they're big, you'll get the whole cluster, and you can turn that into Certus Quartz. So I guess now I've got a whole bunch of backwards and forwards in to do. Or have I? So you don't forget, we also added in the Waystones mod. And Waystones can be crafted with stone bricks, obsidian, and warp stones. Warp stones are just amethyst shards with ender pearls and an emerald. And I've got 3 ender pearls. Oh man, I got amethyst shards, I got 3 ender pearls, and I got emeralds, but I need 4 for 1, and we need 2 of them to make, oh geez, so I need like 5 more ender pearls. So yeah, I'm going to be going backwards and forwards, and if I find any ender pearls along the way, I'll let you know. Hello chaps, you don't happen to have any ender pearls kicking around, do you? None of you are a cleric by any chance? Okay, well it just so happens, peeps, that I've got a brewing stand. If you would like to make that your brewing stand, sir, Michael. No, you don't want a job, but Michael, I get you a job. Oh, here we go. Now all I've got to do is trade everything. Oh geez, gold. I can do gold. You can have all the gold you want, sir. Glass bottles? I can do that. How many do you need, sir? You're a master and you don't sell ender pearls, but I thought that's your job. You're a useless villager. You don't deserve to have a job. Any other villagers want to sell ender pearls, mate? You want a job? Any of you want a job? Hey, we got a new one. You don't sell it either. Now, according to the internet, there's apparently only a very small chance that a cleric can sell ender pearls, so I guess we need to give someone else a job. Do you want a job, sir? Oh, you want to be a cleric? Because, oh, jeez, hang on. Let me just defend you. You better sell ender pearls after I've defended you. There we go. Nice. Let's do this again. Have more gold. Now they should sell at X. Yeah, there we go. Ender pearls. I'll take them all. Why not? Lovely. Oh, good job. Let's make 2 of them. Then we just need stone bricks. I can do this. With a little bit of obsidian, we should be able to make 1, 2 waystones. It feels cheaty, but it feels good. Right, now I'm going to take this block back over there. I'm equidistant between both, but I'll go home, put a waystone there, and then come back, put a waystone over there, and then I can do the rest of them. And for now, I think I'll probably grow this quartz in this hotel, since we've got a bit of room in here. Thankfully, I thought ahead and didn't bother decorating hardly any of the rooms, and I think we'll put it up here somewhere for now. Now what I'm going to do is stick this waystone down here, and we're going to name it Hummingbird Hotel. And now I'm going to fly all the way back to the Meteor and put another one there. And here we are back at the Meteor. So let's get this waypoint put down here. We'll call it Meteor. That's done. Let's grab one of these. Another flawless one, please. And then hopefully if I click on that, oh, it just puts it next. Can I? Oh, please tell me I can actually. I can do that, but I can't take it with me. Oh man, what's the point? Right, okay, fine. Well, there's just one left now, as well as a skeleton. Hey, get away from me, Certus Quartz, you. So I might as well see if I can actually take this back. I can. Oh, that's good news. And I guess then I might as well smash these 2 little budding bits off here and do my last trip back. It didn't take too long. And here we go. The last little one is coming through, and I've put these apart like that so they can grow a little bit better. We've got 3 flawless ones, which are fantastic. They'll just keep growing. And then we've got flawed one, a damaged one, and 2 chipped ones. And I believe we can fix them up, but I don't think you can ever get them back to flawless again. So these are going to be my favorite ones, but I kind of want to go out and get another meteor now and do even more. Before I do that though, I'm going to take this other waystone back to Hill Valley because I'm always going back there, and then I can use that as a teleport location. But then considering I'm now working in that direction, I should probably have one over there too. So I need 1 more render pearl, and we'll just pop that there, rename that to Hill Valley. Wonderful, lovely. And have I got any ender pearls in here anywhere? No. And sadly, none of my morons are a cleric, so I think I might go back to that meteor site and drag that villager back here and pop them in here as well as my own personal little ender pearl supply. So I've got a bit of travelling ahead of me, and we'll give ourselves a head start by going straight to the Hummingbird Hotel. Now, where was that villager? You come in with me. Let's go. Oh, hang on, before we go, I want that. That's mine. Thank you. Now we can go. Why are villagers so small when you carry them? Okay, new villager, you can go in there. You can have your workstation back, and I should probably give you a bed. There you go. Just like home. Give me some more of those. Thank you very much. 16. I'll take them. And for now, I think think we'll just pop this down at this station because there isn't really anywhere else for it to go. We'll call this new area. I would say names in the comments, please, but we don't really know what all of this is going to be yet, so you might want to hold off on that. So now we've got our lovely quartz growing. I'm going to go off, find myself another meteor, add more to this collection, and I think, oh, this is so much easier. Life's so much better now. Hopping back to Hill Valley, just hopping here. Hopping. Oh, that's amazing. Down in my mines, I came across a bunch of geodes, and I did put one on the map, but I don't think that's the one I'm going for. Aha, here it is. And now what I can do is I'm going to take all of these clusters back to that hotel as well, and then we can grow amethyst. Fortune pickaxe with vein mining. That should make this really easy. I don't think I need all of them, but a handful would be nice. And there we go, we've now got 8 amethyst geodes over at the hotel, and I can even automate this with create, but I don't think we'll do that in here. And look, they're already growing, that's fantastic. Now I can head off and find another meteor. I have no idea how these seals got here, because the water's all the way down there, unless these are those flying seals that you've never heard of. We have a location, and I guess it's going to be underwater. Apparently, it's here, apparently. That's not ideal. Oh, there it is. How do you get underwater, meteorite? Now, what have we got here? Chipped, damaged, flawed, damaged, Certus, damaged. Oh, geez. Not a single flawless one. So I guess from this one, I'll just take that, and I'll just mine all of these. No point in flying all the way back home with these. Right, okay. Next meteorite then. Oh, I have located one, and we've got one this time. So I'll take that one back to the hotel, grab all of this sky stone, and then maybe go find another one. Well, I've been flying a while, and we have located another one. I'm all the way over here, and it looks like it's dead ahead. There it is. Well, that's convenient. It's pretty much already open. Oh, it's surrounded by hoglins? Excuse me. Why are you not turned into zombified hoglins? Oh, there we go. Gone. Excellent. 2 more chipped flawless ones. That means we'll have 6 in total, and I think that's plenty for a little farm. And here we go, the very last one. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 flawless ones altogether, a bunch of flawed ones, and we're already growing a whole bunch of stuff on here. So I better get them set up as a little farm quick. And I'm going to build it down here in the basement underneath the snowy area, just temporarily until we can get something better set up at our new area. So a Certus Quartz farm then, or an amethyst farm. This is my creative test world, and this is what I've come up with. We've got our flawless Certus blocks there with some smart observers behind with redstone links on corresponding to some drills with some sequence gear shifts above, and each one of these is set to turn to 360 twice because that's how long it needs to actually break the Certus Quartz. And if we put the random tick speed up to, let's say, 1,000, we should see this growing very slowly. Go a bit more, 5,000. And there you go. You can see as soon as it grows full size, it breaks it, and the hopper mine carts underneath don't do it. Oh, it does. Oh, you don't get it. Huh. I guess drills don't make it drop the item. Back to the drawing board. Okay, plan B. And this is a little bit more compact, and this time we're using pistons instead. So now, if one of these grows, it should just stick those on the back of those there like that. There we go. So now, when the Certus Quartz grows... What? I didn't... what? Try some removable blocks. Now when the Certus Quartz grow... Nothing. Oh, okay. I'm not deterred. Okay, this system requires no power at all. We're just using normal pistons and normal redstone signals, but unfortunately, again, it's still not dropping the items, which is weird, because if I do it with amethyst, you get the shard. So I just assumed the same thing would happen with Certus. And checking this with the random tick speed turned up, yeah, there you go. The hopper mine carts are getting the stuff, and they are going in there. And whilst it's only using one side of the block, which is a little bit inefficient, over time you'd end up with a whole bunch of it. But it really doesn't like doing it with the Certus stuff. It just breaks it and it doesn't go anywhere. But I'm not deterred. Here we go. I think I've finally got it. So what we've got now is a whole bunch of deployers, and each one of these is holding a pickaxe, which we can put unbreaking on. And now, when one of them gets a signal, it's going to break the Certus Quartz. And the good thing about this is the deployer actually picks it up, drops it through this chute, and it goes in there. So let's take all of that out of there, turn on the random tick speed, and let's see this in action. So I think this little system should be absolutely fine and pretty easy to make on the server. That should be the Certus Quartz farm fully in now. I think this should work. I haven't enchanted any of the pickaxes yet, but they should last a reasonable amount of time. But just to test it, let's throw one of those down. And it didn't fully break. Why did you not fully break it? Okay, try that one. That one worked. That one worked. Anyway, we've got a whole bunch of Certus Quartz in there now, so we'll see how it goes, and if I need to modify it in the future, I can do. Right now, though, I'm going to do an amethyst farm, which is pretty much the same as this one. And there's the amethyst farm done as well, with the smart observers, the normal pistons, the redstone links, the hopper mine carts, the hoppers, and that produces amethyst shards. So after a whole bunch more mining and a full evening of the server running with these things, we ended up with not very much. A reasonable amount, but not loads, and there's a reason for that. In terms of amethyst, we've got what could be expected. This has actually been running fine, but because it's not using fortune, we're only getting a small amount, but we only need a small amount. Whereas this, I've had to replace all of the sequential gear shifts with clutches and put inverted filters on there, because when I came back to it this morning, they were all fully grown and they hadn't broken properly. I've also taken the time to enchant all of these pickaxes now with fortune 3 on unbreaking, so we're getting even more drops, and I've got a nice tasty bunch of diamonds now on top of what we got already. So we're doing well, which must mean it's time to teleport over to the new area. And I'm going to start by sorting this landscape out around here, flattening it properly, and then building a big old liquid storage system. And I'm going to use a lot of this space down here. I started by silk touching the grass to top up my grass supplies, and then removed the water elevator, filling it with sand and destroying the glass. And because I no longer had a way to get out of the mine, I added another waystone down there so that I could teleport up and down easily. Next, I grabbed my main mining contraption to get rid of the rest of dirt and stone at the top of the hole, and then I lowered the area down one block with the power drill and got rid of the rest of the dirt. I leveled the area one block below that with the construction one sent to fill with dirt, and then filled the top level with gravel again with the construction one. Back down at the bottom of the hole, I set up a system to cut deep slate and cobble deep slate into different variants, and I waited a long time for them to process, but eventually I was able to build a ring around the lower area of the mine using deep slate bricks, and then use the construction one with the random setting turned on to build up the sides of the hole. After placing thousands of blocks and repairing the construction one several times, the sides of the hole were filled in, so then I created a brand new mining contraption to dig out a new hole for an elevator just to one side. I then decorated the sides of that all the way to the top again, and finally added a trim around the edge of the giant hole with the deep slate pillar block. And that brings us to now. Well, that's probably enough building for now. We've got a giant hole as we had before, but now it's decorated thanks to the construction wand, and I have another hole here, which is going to be for an elevator. But before we carry on, I want to go and check on our quartz situation, or more appropriately, our Certus Quartz. I want to see if any's actually been growing, and if we've got any in here. Yes, we've got a little bit more than we had. And what about amethyst? A bit. Okay, well, I'm going to take these. So in the next video, we'll be able to start working on our Singularity.